am I now, you ask? Just a human who's lost her voice.
All right, yeah, that's right. I showed up. Let's see. Like me not showing up, it should be normal. I have as much energy as a dead 5-volt battery.
I live within you.
I hate this thing so much. You know, I'm always sometimes expecting to get like 4 of these, but then I keep remembering, yeah, that's actually 60 if I remember correctly. So no, that's not happening. Okay. Wait a second. Why does this goat have so much HP? All right, take it back. I'll take it back. All right, we just need. That's right. We make prune level 90. That's very hard though. Very hard. Too late now to go back. Listen, I don't need a Kuhenki, by the way. Just a Super Saiyan. Clean. Oh no. They're gonna trigger my story? You better not. So the problem is, I don't have any to actually make this per se. I'll go with an eye roll. Not gonna be the cryo for obvious reasons. Obvious reasons. Now, speaking of which, I don't actually think I did one of my 3 weekly boss. Ah, the Electro. Alright, doing so much characters in like per patch is getting out of hand here. I cannot keep up. I just cannot keep up at all. Alright, I gotta get rid of the Geo. Hydro. I don't actually want to get rid of the Electro, because I feel like I'm gonna need it. Like I'm thinking about like building Kuki for obvious reasons. It might come in useful. Really don't want to though. I don't think we already have much choices, do we? Need a lot of them too. A lot of them. You know, I need a character that actually make that. Okay, we need 3 more. Ooh, we need like 27. Hard. All right. We will go with. So we have A2. We can go with like 32. Let's go with 32. just enough. Okay. We have 4 of 9. One of these. I'll make another one. I guess I'll go with like 2 more, I guess. Okay. That's a hard one. Oh, no. Gotta go with all of it. Okay, we're screwed. No 2 ways around him. No 2 ways. So based on that, we need like 1 more. So we still need 4 more. Well, 2 more. 1 more. And then we need that 1. Oh, we're not gonna give that 1 out. We can't. We just can't. Oh, we get 3 here. I mean, we can get 12. You know what? Screw it. Choices aren't meant for me. Wait up. 19. Oh, we have 1 too many. I'm gonna do it. Press.
I still don't believe in made-up fairy tales, and I don't have much faith in this world. But I do believe in you, so I hope you believe in me too. Even if...
Okay, that's interesting line. Oh boy, we're pretty much broke. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Things are not looking good. Things are definitely not looking good. Temptations. Temptation. No, just gonna make it 12. Okay, let's make it 12 and call it a day. Which means I need to go to the domain. But if I get a battle pass, I can actually grab them there. Choices. I find it very interesting how they're down there blocking the daily. I'm going somewhere else. I ain't talking to you guys. Okay, Catherine, not you. We'll find a new Catherine. We're going to let's go to Leeway. Should I get you kidnapped into a story? Okay. Is anything come here? Let me think. Most of this I kind of just need for Dorian, though. Wait, what do I actually get, though? More. Yeah, that's not even worth it, right? We'll leave that as it is. I mean, everything for her generally happened passively, as long as you have enough energy. And I think I have enough energy. I have enough energy. What I do need is attack. More attack stat, but any of the things that she can actually use, I don't actually have. So we take what we get and cope. Please join the corporation. Yeah, not like we're gonna have any choice. It is what it is. But at least I can use her burst like just a skill, because you just generate that up like it's nobody's business. Yeah. Durin is really what we actually need. I mean, I still need some more, unlike Nicole. On her skills? Let me think. Maybe I can actually get that. Or not. We'll see.
Begone, our secret.
I've always hate this domain so much.
Thunder! On me. Up the ante!
Much better. Much better. Much better with this team. Yeah, we need a lot. Oh,
Heaven's will made mine. Such you're done!
so in reality, I never really use Durin unless things actually gets hard. I pretty much never like use them. Let me see. How broke are we? Very. Very broke. We have 0. Nice try. We're going back to Leeway. Why is it? Sorry, prune. Oh, we also need these. Yeah. Thanks, Layla. I appreciate. It's always tomorrow. I honestly don't really like have anything left. That's kind of the thing.
On me.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
We're literally poor in everything, in everywhere. Yeah, so we still have that. Definitely not gonna do that. And these will just kind of do themselves anyways. Ah, let me see what they have to say this time. They're probably gonna tell me some other nonsense. Yeah. Once again, and nothing responds. Oh, insufferable. Very, very insufferable. Right now, we'll actually do your thing.
Some say the god of fate calls the outcome of every dice roll before it's even made. And that's why the secret to winning a lot of games is having that god on your side.
Your luck is amazing, Kaya.
Your turn. Give it another shot.
Fear not, O Crimson Dragonborn, for I, the Princess of Ertalang, have bestowed upon you the benediction of the midnight hour, and with it you shall surely smite this usurper.
Sure.
Mein Fräulein means to say she's rooting for you in secret. Oh, and that you must, at all cost, defeat the one who snatched her limited edition card back.
I'm not too sure if that counts as good luck or bad.
Tis not but the perfidious machinations of fate.
Hey, everyone.
Don't think he can get me to do this. I haven't even unlocked this feature yet. Nice try, game.
It's good to see you, honorary knight. Mein Fräulein is quite invested in the outcome of this match, so please allow me to extend greetings on her behalf.
Of course. But if you're all playing cards, how come you're not over at the Cat's Tail?
There's something about our horned friend over there that seems to frighten off little animals. Could be because he used to be a dragon. Normally, the animals just steer clear of him, but in the close confines of the Cat's Tail, let's just say, the feline residents probably consider it their turf. And we all know how dangerous a cornered cat can be.
Oops.
I just wanted to borrow one of their nests for a nap.
One of their nests? Wait, you mean a cat sofa?
Yeah, it's more comfortable for me. I can stretch out just the way I like. But it turns out the Black Cat and his minions are quite territorial. Luckily, Miss Diona helped smooth things over, and they finally agreed to let me use one. But, I only get to use it after dark.
Oh, Diona stepped in! You know, underneath it all, she really does like helping people.
The more likely reason is because Durin won't touch a drop of alcohol. As far as Diona's concerned, that pretty much makes them two peas in a pod. It's a shame, really, considering everything Mondstadt has to offer in that regard.
Mondstadt's alcoholic drinks are a bit too much for me to handle right now. But maybe someday.
There's no need to force it. Who says you have to drink just because you're in Mondstadt?
Yeah, it's just, I'd really like to make some more friends. So I need to learn how humans socialize. I guess alcohol is usually involved, though. But that's why I started learning how to play Genius Invocation TCG. It's also a kind of social activity, but it doesn't involve drinking. And I've been lucky enough to receive the guidance of the Prinzessin de Verurteilung herself.
Exactly. That is alcohol.
How much time did he
for
practice
playing
saying that?
games. Speaking of which, need any tips from the master over here? You'll wipe the floor with that opponent of yours. Paimon guarantees it.
What are you
Unfortunately,
talking about?
with the luck he's having, not even that legendary card master from Sumeru could turn things around at this point.
Yeah, that last roll wasn't great. But who knows? Maybe you'll have better luck next time?
He keeps getting the exact same roll over and over. This is the third time already. If there really is a god of fate, they could have cut this kid a bit of slack. Like, I don't know, make it possible for him to roll at least one other side of the dice?
I think I've lost.
Must even a dragonborn, sanctified by the power of benediction, succumb to fate's insidious snares?
Don't be sad, Durin. You'll definitely win the next round. You can even borrow Dodoko if you want. Mom says she brings good luck.
Thanks, Klee, but there's something more important I need to take care of now.
Oh, okay. So, the book's given us another hint, right?
Yep, and I think I've guessed where we're headed this time. Come on, follow me.
No.
In what sort of castle might a storybook dragon dwell? The witch turned to a mighty dragon born upon the wind to seek her answer. From afar, she beheld a solitary castle, standing lonely beneath its wings, and wrote it into words. Its walls kept out the wind and rain, yet also cast a solemn shadow.
The Caribbean did nothing wrong, by the way.
The story's boughs were lulled into a torpid slumber and reached no further skyward.
So that's the clue. I think we're meant to find a place where dragons live, and this time, in the real world. I asked around, and it just so happens that there's a place like that in Mondstadt.
Yep, that checks out.
I've heard that the dragon here is called Dvalin, and that he's a magnificent creature. I hope I get the chance to meet him.
Wait a second. Do you think having the two of them meet is the best idea? You know...
Hey, Smiles. I see you there.
Past? How would we even explain everything to him?
By the way, how is those character buildings going?
It should turn out
Did
okay
you
no
manage to
matter.
get good
Is
stats?
something wrong?
Nope. Let's go.
Hey, let me know. You get better stats than mine, Nicole. Yeah, how of me? Yeah, how? I did 3 though. I'm out of resource. My Durin is nothing particularly special. Kind of, whatever, right? Okay, where are we going? Uh-huh. See this? They refuse to fix it. They keep saying that nothing's wrong. Support says nothing is wrong. And I'm tired of talking to them now.
So, this is where
You got
Dvalin
C1.
lives?
Hey, listen, you're still winning. Do you really need C6? Do you? Okay, I don't barely remember what C6
Yeah.
does.
Right into the middle of a reading story.
I mean, C6 is the one that increased the
Getting blown
duration,
away, Paimon.
right?
You can always hang on to my
Yeah, I think so.
sleeves.
Well, gives her 100% uptime, right? I think that's what it was.
Let's get going.
Or something close to that. Wait, what the? Keep rolling? Maybe not.
The little dragon grew with each passing day, and the story witch, who loved him dearly, built him a big, beautiful castle.
Don't worry, you don't need her.
But in the end,
All she is a
time's
alt
merciless
button
march,
smasher. You press
setting
alt and you
forth
switch
on a
away.
journey to a place beyond even the stars. All of a sudden, the little dragon found himself alone. He tried leaving the castle to make some new friends. But already he had grown the claws and scales of an evil dragon, just as the
But why did we
prophecy
jump
had
down in the
foretold.
pit though?
Afraid he might hurt someone, the gentle little dragon hid within the castle his mother had built and came forth no more.
Huh. Looks like we're back in the story world. And from the sounds of it, this chapter must be about Simulanka, right?
Yeah, like the fairy from the Forest of Blessings, the king of Constellation Metropole, that cat lady who turns into a box.
Ah, yep. That will be Nilu, Navia, and Kirara.
Oh, and there's Hat Guy too. Only lately, whenever I see Hat Guy, I get this strange feeling.
What kind of feeling?
It's like there's something on his mind.
Well,
He hasn't
with
told
your
me what it
luck,
is, but
I think if you did throw a couple
something
rolls
saying-
at her, you'd have gotten there.
He's always been kind of broody.
But yeah, hindsight
I guess I should
is,
focus
you
on
know,
fulfilling my mother's
what
final
it
wish
is.
for now, though.
Yeah, we should get started on this chapter. So, let's track you down and free you from fate's curse once again.
That day, a small band of adventurers suddenly arrived beneath the castle walls. They promised to help the little dragon cast off the curse of fate. Yet as they stood beneath the castle walls, it appeared they had no idea how to even begin.
Hey, instead of making fun of us, how about giving us a hint?
The little dragon had shut himself inside the tall tower at the castle's center. Anyone who wished to reach him must traverse the barriers that wall off his heart, for there is no other way.
Looks like we're in for another long one.
Let me try something.
Ooh, do you have
Don't worry.
If that little
I mean, it's not
dragon in the
like,
tower used to be
you know,
me,
you're not gonna roll for
then
like
surely I'd know how he puts people out better than anyone.
Sandrone or anything like that, right? So you can burn all your luck here. Who needs the luck anyways?
That telescope. I've seen magical tools like that before. It should come in handy.
We'll pretend to read that. We're not reading that. We're just gonna be puzzled at what to actually do. Oh, left? Trigger?
Ooh, that block just got bigger.
We can get past the obstacles ahead by using these blocks to jump upwards.
Well, this is great and all, but you know what? This is rather interesting. As this character story quest goes on for a while. We're using trauma. We need more energy than this.
Scorch and burn by everlasting flame.
You know, I'm still surprised that I don't know why.
Supposed to get through.
Honestly, I do think travelers should count as one of the characters for like an X and circle characters though. It's kind of weird that they don't. Treasure. Okay, the traveler it is. You don't know if you want her. I mean, fair enough. We have to, in my case, gotta get.
Able to use this block somewhere.
Gotta get her, add her to the collection. How can I have like Columbina but not Sandrone?
Looks like this telescope is missing some blocks.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
oops.
try the one we just picked up.
Just have to get her. Despite the debate about her outfit.
Guess we'll have to keep searching.
Huh?
It's so dark here.
Hey, there's a fire over there. Let's go check it out.
Wait, is that?
Yeah, I do. It's called Inefa.
Are you here to help the dragon break his curse too?
I mean, do you not have Inefa?
More brave adventurers bold enough to set foot in this castle? Come, join the ranks of your liege's guard.
Neelu.
Plus, do you think that
I'm a flying squirrel fairy.
Cookie, I pretty much guarantee that Cookie's gonna be on her banner. Is gonna be one of the 4-star. Guarantee Cookie's gonna be that one on that.
Oh, and don't
Because
forget
you
the
definitely-
box lady.
Are you friend or foe?
Okay, Raiden works. Raiden is like the second best option. The problem is, Fischl not so good. Her cooldown is too long for Fischl. Fischl cooldown is way too long. Unless you're using what was it again? The bow for the skill reset, because her skill cooldown is 25 seconds. That's way too long. She's not a good driver
Sri Lanka is a big part of Durin's story.
because you know Sandrone wants quick
Bear
swapping,
would make an
so it's just not good. It's too
I
long.
think I get it now. Flying
Cookie's
squirrel
Cookie is
fairy,
way
dragon,
better
cat box lady.
for a
Please follow me.
4-star.
The shadows cast from the high walls of the tower were manifestations of the dragon's loneliness, barring the path of any visitor who wished to be.
If you time it right,
The group of brave
you can keep it.
sought
You can
to
keep it up
aid
for
the
100%.
dragon in lifting
How?
his curse, yet without light to lead the way. The group was trapped, waiting on a miracle.
I don't see how you can keep up her Oz, because what you want Oz to be on field
Seems like
for
the
100%
dragon
of the
is afraid to
time.
meet us.
Skillful. Oh,
We had more firelight.
hmm.
But you three don't seem to fear these shadows. Why?
Because I carry more than enough firelight for all of us. Besides, even though we're here to complete the story, who says it can't look a little different this time? Before I met you all, I was so sure I'd never make a single friend. I pushed away anyone who tried to get close until some kind of miracle brought you to me.
I don't know.
This time,
Let me see
allow me to
something.
return the favor.
I'm not sure I followed all that, but you want to help the little dragon break his curse too, right?
Yes, so please, come with me.
Let me see. Like I don't actually know how that would actually be feasible. So it's 10 seconds here. 25 seconds cooldown and the next press. Okay. Okay, I see. You are in fact correct. Am I getting Rin? No. I'm getting no one. I have no rolls at all. So I'm getting 0, zip, nada. Actually, that fish, yeah, makes sense. I could see that. Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. Let's see, where is it? I couldn't find. By 2 seconds.
So much to learn about human interaction.
All right, I see what you're saying.
Like, where should I
Yeah, can be done.
when I'm nervous?
If we cycle
I
between
just
them.
really want to make friends with everyone.
You are in fact correct. We essentially have 12 seconds here and 17 seconds here because of the 2-second extension to that. So yeah, I can see that working. Yeah, actually, that's what I was thinking too. Like, my first option was to go for fish. That's what I haven't used fish, like, Fisher in years, by the way. Like, I haven't used her. Like, the only account I use is, like, at my original account. I haven't used her. I totally forgot what her skills did. All I remembered was, like, she has very long cooldown on her skill. So, yeah, we are hitting the duration of her Oz would essentially hit around 29 seconds versus a collective clock of 25. Well, let's say 25 seconds. As long as you can generate enough energy.
I won't go too far.
No, I don't have any time for that. I like her. She cost me on my original account. She cost me a lot of money. And yeah, I think I'm totally over her. Well, the good thing about, like, Oz attack what you're attacking, so that's a good thing. And I think my fish is already like C6, I believe. Where is she anyways?
I created another universe.
Yeah. So my fish is already maxed out. So we're kind of good. So I have everything that I need for her. In which game? In Genshin? If they are, in fact, yeah, there's a reason why one game have less power creep than the other game. All right, let me explain. Let me put it in a simple way. If you have a store, right, where you're selling things, and these things are valuable, you would have no need to give them away for free. Because if you start giving them away for free, people start having expectations of getting things for free. And so they don't want to pay for the things. So I don't agree. It might sound nice to get free things, but there's always consequences. Wait, what happened? There's always consequences involved with these things. So I personally don't agree. I don't think it's a great idea. There's a reason why Genshin never gives away limited characters. This is why you only have 5 stars and you don't have 6-star characters. You never give away limited characters because they're limited. So I don't agree.
Loneliness and fear had built a cage around his heart, shutting out all who would look upon him. And thus,
And plus, if you give away like limited characters, which conflict with 4-star characters, then 4-star characters will even become less useful. Like if they give away a Yai Miko, then you wouldn't really need to use Fischl, for example. Like there's a lot of consequence, so I don't agree. It's a dumb idea. And it's a good thing Hoyo doesn't listen to these people when it comes to these things.
Claws and scales aren't some kind of inescapable curse, you know? You'll overcome it one day and make lots of new friends. I'm sure you think I'm lying. After all, no matter how many times you've tried to break it, nothing's ever worked. But this time is different. I brought your friends here to see you.
Oh, what did you say? Hi, little dragon. I'm the Flying Squirrel Fairy, and I'm here to help you lift your curse. Will you talk to me?
And I'm the Giraffe King. Don't be afraid, little one. We're not afraid of you.
I'm just a cat in a box, but I'd very much like to be your friend too.
These are my friends?
Yeah, they're your friends in the future you've been trying to avoid. I can promise you that. They're reaching out, so you just have to ask yourself one question. Do you accept?
After a long silence, heavy footsteps.
I mean, I definitely think like here's a.
But still, the one who made them refused to step forward.
She is great. She's a great character.
The little dragon remained ashamed of his claws and scales.
How can I face my friends like this? Don't worry, little dragon. We're gonna offer up our blessings and make a wish to the goddess of fate to release you.
I personally believe not everything that is free is a great idea. Not always the best idea in the world.
Goddess of fate?
And just because it's free.
The merry witch made her entrance.
Because a lot of these people just want free stuff.
Don't be afraid. With the
But they don't think about
your wish shall be granted.
the domino effect, like the consequences of these free things. And the domino effect it would actually have.
Correct.
And the balance on the game and the monetization.
Creator goddess of this realm. And it just so happens the goddess of fate is none other than my dear friend, the Story Witch. I'm here to make good on my promise to lend her my second strongest spell. With this spell, she'll have the power to create an entire world. So naturally, granting your wish won't be a problem. Provided, of course, you receive your friend's blessing.
Isn't that ridiculous?
But before we proceed,
Alice's second strongest spell creates an entire world.
Dragon, do you accept this blessing?
I want to be your friend.
What kind of Heldred
You're offering?
being is Alice?
Love to have your blessing.
To be honest. As that's no small feat.
Were it not for the adventurer's blessings,
And that's just her second strongest spell.
long ago, thanks to them, another ending was now possible. Yet in that moment, they did not know if this blessing was truly a gift or just another trial in disguise.
What? You didn't say a word when we actually needed a clue, but now at a critical moment like this, you turn up and start playing mind games?
Another trial. Huh, that actually sounds about right. Be it the fictional problems of Simulanka or unavoidable conflicts in the real world, if you think about it, That's what they've been all along. But if it wasn't for those trials, I never would have met any of you. So, despite all that, I'd still like to give my blessings.
That's the spirit.
I don't know though. I mean, Durin is great and all, nice design, but I'm a Kazuha simp, like 100%. How would I rate this story? It's meh. I prefer stories more like Skirk story, like stories like that. I actually prefer those one more. Right.
They offered up their
Who else?
And made a wish to the goddess of fate.
Like, which I'm not actually done yet. Oh, the patch story? I gave it like a 7.5. 7.5. The main reason for that is that I find that it didn't really involve Dottore all that much, because I feel like by the end of it, we just went into her domain, we run through the domain, and then we fought the boss, and then that was it. The characters, here's the thing, the characters were great. There was a lot of interactions, and I felt like it was a true conclusion to like Sumeru's Archon quest, like a real conclusion to Sumeru Archon quest, because like everyone showed up, everyone was voiced, you interacting with them, all of that was fantastic. Personally, the three animal head guys and stuff, they were awesome. I thought they were absolutely hilarious, right? So that was great, but I felt like we didn't really do much, and there was like a lot of repeats of the same kind of, you know, sequence and ideas was in it. And then think about it. The Dottore fight, the one in Narcry, is like infinitely better than this. Like that was like the Dottore, like the entire thing to do with Dottore there was insane. That was like a 10 out of 10 villain. This dude, this Dottore was like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. True. Yeah, that was kind of meaningless because, oh no, I just want to be myself. While the fragment of, you know, the goddess of flower was just there to help her. So it had no negative effect on her. Frankly, it literally just made her better. So there was like no reason to actually get rid of it. So I give it a 7.5. It's just not as good as the other like Narcry stories. Like Narcry story is like way better than it. It's just like, you know, like it's not even a contest. It's hard. I would say it's hardly a contest, to be honest.
Just like it did before.
If this story was written by my mother, then surely that was the last chapter we just completed.
Oh yeah. So, in other words, we finished it.
Not that it's bad. Like 7.5 is still pretty good. It's just not as good. I mean, the first Dottore fight is just so good. That's like a god tier encounter, right? The sequence with Traveler is just so good. Oh my gosh. The moment you step out of Narcry, things go south. We're going back to Narcry.
So,
You know what? We're going to the moon next.
Story has finally come to a close.
Sounds like you're a little sad to see it end.
Back when I
So
was
apparently,
a little
in 6.7, there's gonna be some expansion in Narcry. There's a couple new areas that's gonna open up in Narcry.
like she was right there by my side, still reading me bedtime stories. But now,
That's right. And you've got so many other friends waiting for you back in Mondstadt.
yeah.
Speaking of which, after all,
That's kind of true.
again. So, why don't we head back to Mondstadt?
Yeah, it was a. And the entire burning of like Araminsa was honestly pointless because we went back. All they did, they took Araminsa and then make Araminsa the Aura now, right? Okay, so the Aura is the new Araminsa, except it can't rewrite things anymore. So yeah, it can't rewrite things. It just stores memory and data. That's pretty much it. It doesn't change anything. Like it doesn't change reality. It's just a storage device. Literally became a dumber version of Araminsa. Wow.
This one's on the Traveler and Paimon. Celebrating each other's achievements is what friends are for.
Oh, you probably saw the same one. Was it like 20-something minutes? Where they were like, they're running in an emulator, so it was like buggy as heck.
See? He wants to be friends with you too. But the moment hasn't come. At least not yet. In any case, the story should have a better ending this time, don't you think?
What's this? Get him back. Honestly. These guys are like the worst support ever.
Treasure?
Oh, nothing is wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously something is wrong. But whatever. We just consider that cosmetic. The tree in the main world? What do you mean? Pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, the tree which was on the ground spawned in the real world, and then they burned it down, so there's no more Araminsa. Unless I'm getting that part incorrectly.
This honorary night, Durin! I want to hear all about your big adventure.
You mean where the academia is? Sumeru City?
We'll talk while we eat.
Why? I mean, first thing, I don't think those things are actually very close to each other for them to catch fire together.
Wasn't Durin the evil dragon that fell on
The world,
Dragonspine?
the world scale is, and no, that wouldn't happen. Those two trees were far apart from each other. They weren't even close to each other. They were probably like hundreds of miles away from each other. You can't really take the game world scaling as the actual like real world scaling. Those things were not close to each other. At least I don't think they were. They were far enough away for one to literally burn up.
Even if you hadn't met
Without
him
any
yet,
problem.
shouldn't you have heard about him at the very least? At this point, pretty much the whole city has.
Why is everyone...
So, what exactly is his connection with the evil dragon?
Wait, but those horns on his head. Surely he's not a...
Evil dragon.
Did everyone just forget about Durin?
No, that can't be.
Sure. Now he's very dead.
The tricks of fate.
Now he's very dead. He ain't coming back. That's it.
Watch out!
Dottore is deader than the captain, okay? Keep that in mind. That's how dead Dottore is.
No one got hurt. Did they?
By the way, I think it's funny. I mean, so in Skirk's story, which I'm not done yet, Traveler's like, oh, I can purify the abyss. And she pretty much like, yeah, sure. Are you sure you're purifying the abyss? Because they're not purifying the abyss. They're absorbing that stuff. They're not purifying. I can't wait for this to, like, the revelation of this to come to fruition. Like, that they've never actually been, like, purifying the abyss. They've literally been like, absorbing it. Plus, you pretty much know that from, what, Calibear's quest?
Or still,
For crying out loud.
the abyssal power within him is showing signs of extreme instability. Could be a separate issue, though. I'm not sure.
If the abyssal power inside him spirals out of control, Mondstadt will be in grave danger.
I completely agree.
All right then. As acting Grand Master, I'll send a letter requesting Albedo's immediate return. Until then, the Knights will watch over Durin.
That's pretty much all we can do right now.
Also, allow me to look after this book for now. If you need to consult it, just drop by my office.
Jean, no, you can't have the bit. Thief!
Might have something to do with what's happening?
Don't trust her. She's trying to steal the book.
It's just weird that Alice still hasn't contacted us. Maybe we should head back inside the book and take another look.
All right, all right. Wait, what happened? Wait for 17. This has been killing me for a couple days so far. It's been destroying me here. I think I'll probably do this tomorrow. But, wait, huh? Hmm? Wait a minute. That's weird. Not in town? Okay, let me see something. that is strange. Okay. Wait, what the? That's odd. Oh, okay. I get it. I don't think I actually made this compass. I was like, what in the world? Yeah, I don't actually have this compass on me. I was like, what? Come, my pretty.
This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like... I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so what do you say? Friends?
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some rest.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest.
Hey, don't just leave!
Does she speak the truth?
Whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That comfy bed is calling, Paimon.
Right. Doesn't get tired.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade.
All right, these aliens are weird. Gotta. Shh. I'm wearing headphones right now.
Running, and don't ever look back.
Ah, come on. We're our therapists now.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night? The bed's all yours if you want it.
I mean, who is greater though? Us or Skirk? I mean, Skirk's planning she was like very normal, while we are anything but normal.
About 60%, maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was fast.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short. No, I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime, then.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
That is true. The Dane's quest. I don't really remember people really complaining about Dane's quest. I did remember people were complaining about Skirk's model and stuff like that. And plus, her requirement was like very expensive because you needed coffee for her to actually really work. And there was like no substitute at all. That I remember people complaining about because there was like actually like no other option but coffee. And if you didn't get coffee, she was like reasonably gimp. But Dane's quest, I don't really think so though. That quest was fine, right? Like I did the quest not too long ago. That's the one where what's her name? With the hilly troll girl. I thought it was interesting.
Be right back.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember that part. You're right. I remember people didn't actually like that. Because people actually wanted to actually see like Dainsley fight in like for the longest time. So you're right. Yeah, I definitely remember that part. People weren't happy at all with that. You again. I know a lot of people wasn't really like, felt like her model was not up to par. It's kind of funny though. If you look at skirt model, consider what like last year versus this year models, there's like some stark difference in quality. Like especially in like the hair department. Man, I actually had an account with her on there. I actually have her. I don't think I actually remember the login information for that account. But yeah.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold between the soul and dreams. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then. Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again, too. Call it fate, if you want. I think that's the word they use in this world for lucky coincidences like this, right? Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here, so what's your impression of this place? Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions, flowing forward as one. But as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past. And all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. She cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew.
Well, her entire species was genocided because people don't like the abyss, and anyone who has high affinity with the abyss gets terminated.
To shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
Hey, Hannah Eva, how are you doing? Nothing much. Just relaxing, trying to enjoy some story.
The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see.
What's up with you though today?
The river upstream.
Things good? Doing well?
The memories etched into her heart lies the truth of it all. Soon, you'll understand everything.
Oh wait, did I miss? Oh, you're so slow. Why are you so slow? Wait. And she's somewhat been following in our footsteps since the beginning of the game. I think I remember this. I think I remember this.
I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors. You both made a journey.
Now I think about this drawing, isn't it funny? Plus this depiction too was very misleading when you think about it. They draw themselves as like a shooting star. This game is a classic at this point. There's a lot of that. Game is old, Amos. I play this game since the beta. Not this account or whatever, but I play this game long time. This is just my newest account out of many different accounts.
Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid altering its path. But the reason for that decision stems from events much earlier on in her life. Let's keep going. It's still a long way to the source of the river.
Yeah. Interestingly, your question that you just asked, I have to say, though, let me say this. The question you just asked and how you phrase that question tend not to be a person who plays Genshin and tends to be from an individual who's trying to sell me something on Twitch. So, are you a fan of Genshin or are you trying to sell me something?
Travel the world beyond on my own, Master.
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. And piece together a new future from the shattered remnants of your past. We will still have contact through the abyss.
Because I ain't buying anything, by the way.
One day.
Just saying that.
You worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the
Well, I ain't buying anything, so whatever you're selling, I don't actually want it. Nor do I want to hear about what you're selling if you're selling.
I have told you
I'm not gonna buy anything and I don't actually need to hear about it.
For human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear. So deep, it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms
Easy?
us.
I'm very accustomed with people showing up in my chat trying to sell me something. I'm just hobbyily just playing this game and streaming it. Don't try to sell me anything. I don't care for it.
I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute, the power to crush all things. Shall we keep going? Let's see. We're about halfway there.
Stolen abyssal power.
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertologi.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak. A pitiful, useless ploy.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee. So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary, in the hope that one day, you might surprise me.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know that well.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, all she knew was grueling training, emptiness, and fatigue. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should I put it? It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I suppose it was at this point that she became the Skirk you know today.
Hmm.
We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. Well, shall we? This is the final stretch.
Oh. I was like, wait, the water. Did they glitch?
These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. And when song filled the air, not even the shyest of flowers could resist swaying along. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child, always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea, the secrets beyond the stars, and that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes, the ship. That was the beginning of the end.
Merchant ship.
It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be merchants from a neighboring planet, looking to establish trade. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, the visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything and everyone on the planet. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. But when she came home that day, only fire and ruin awaited her. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner with the bad leg. The bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run. And so she did. She kept running until an unexpected figure crossed her path. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to rot in the scorched earth, with no answer as to why any of this was happening. Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat, and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the army was called, and the so-called danger was wiped from the face of the planet. Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them. But in the end, that was lost to the blaze as well. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran and never stopped. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, that brings us to the end of the story. This is as far as we can go. Skirka's waiting over there. For both of us. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose. And my greatest wish over all these years.
Like water.
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And she is the best choice in this moment. Her suppressed emotional self, the version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I have shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
That isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And do you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Your emotional self isn't weak. The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints to come and face you, that proves it.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
I'd be the mediator.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Because you guys are dead.
Become a positive light in this world.
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Surtology, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order. Yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him. I know, and it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
It is actually.
We want to build the world we both want to see. Everyone has to be willing to fight for it. If we all do our part, we can make the entire universe a kinder place.
Oh, I know what I didn't do. Oh no! Alright, I'm out. I'm done. Why even ask when you're stuck?
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks. Let's dig in.
All right. It's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time. So, let's go. Same place as last time.
Okay. Yeah, the chasm was actually a fairly interesting place to explore.
The all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too? Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl? How does that work?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him. Let's teach this guy a lesson.
Mine to wield. I've forgotten your training, I hope.
It's kind of funny because she honestly doesn't really work. Way too restrictive. That's annoying. Oops.
Not this again! Watch out!
You ever find that like Traveler can never really fulfill any role? I mean, like Dendro kinda.
Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
Gameplay and actual world thingies are not equal. You know the drill.
Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power, such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son,
true,
to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity, or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi.
That is so true, right? But once again, HSR is a power creep fantasy. While there is power creep in Genshin, it's nowhere as troublesome as it is in HSR. Keep that in mind. While all of these things are good, it does bring problems. These are nice, but they're not problemless, that's for sure.
Kindness and malice were one and the same. and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go?
You know, if they give you, for example, if they give you a way more powerful traveler, then they have to give you stronger, you know, characters.
And he inspired me to keep going.
Correct.
We sparred together.
But, and the other thing is, traveler can be all the elements too. So, if you get a traveler which is as strong as Skirk and can fit in every slot, every elemental slot in a team, then they're gonna need to sell you even more powerful characters. Like I said, all of these things are nice on all of that, but there is a big picture to worry about when it comes to these things. So one should be mindful of what they wish for, because what you wish for tend to cause the dominoes to fall down if you're not paying attention.
My talents were nothing compared to his, and at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought
Usability. But in Genshin, usability is power.
No longer holds anything of interest to me. So
That's the thing. In Genshin, usability is power.
I can use a
For example, once again, we can go back to Fischl. Fischl is not very powerful, but she has like incredible usability, right? And this make her pretty much irreplaceable in a lot of teams. Usability is power in Genshin. The ability, for example, you can take a look at like Bennett. Bennett is powerful because of usability. Sean Ling, for example, is powerful because of ability. There is no cooldown between how much times a wheel can apply pyro to an enemy. And so a lot of vape or melt can actually occur because of that. So usability is power here. This is not a common game where you just rank up attack power and you're good to go. You know, getting an enemy wet X amount of time is power, because you can do other things that cause damage to rapidly increase. If you can make the enemy constantly wet every 0.2, 0.1 seconds, you can apply a lot of like 3 different sources of pyro to take advantage of that, which will have a huge amount uncontrollable increase in damage output. So these things you need to think about.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be.
All Vedifenir said was that one day the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you were serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive that?
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, You used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. So I had to take a leap of faith. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I made. But if you'll allow it, I do want to apologize. To both of you.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. The first time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world. The joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end. Including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal. To complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his goal. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Surtology. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though I know it'll be a long and arduous road. If we are climbers in the dark.
My dude took took the power and go on the greatest space warrior adventure.
At least it looks like you are not alone on your journey.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here.
Nice
At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time.
Ah, they like putting up these barriers. What about here? Ah, you bastards. Actually, if I want to leave, there's like nothing here though.
We did it! Oh, it's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome. Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned, the ones that died out, are they back now?
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries.
The one thing I actually remember is that the false moon is a false moon, and the false sun is a false sun, so it's something else.
It is for that very reason that I can look upon it.
I wonder what it is. I think the game implies the solar chariot. Maybe it's not that, but maybe it's actually the false sun is HP's actual sword.
Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves and uncover our true strength. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
This is all
She said it.
Paimon's
The
head.
false sky is
She
huge.
knows one thing. It's that the traveler always finds a way.
And it's not actually the sky. Because you know what the funny thing about this is? When you're actually on the moon, you can actually see the false sun when you're actually on the moon. Kind of a leak, I guess.
For one person, then
So,
they'll do it with two.
the false sky covers like a huge portion of space.
Accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, We can make any wish come true.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it. I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth. For this, we must all work to become stronger. If that's what you want to call me, I won't object. Goodbye.
She actually reacted to that one.
Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? We definitely count as friends after all that, don't you think? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to that super nice meal at Wanmin Restaurant, it's about time you returned the favor.
It was okay. That's a lot of things they gave you from this for this quest. So it's just like Abyss run? What do you mean? Oh, you mean the Abyss? You talking about this? I'm already done. I already completed. Right? I already did that. So there's nothing to do. You know, I had to take best girl. Yeah, that's how I tested Nicole, this team. I just ran through it. It was easy. It was like it was nothing. They kind of just kind of like evaporated the ball. And then the second team, I bought Columbina, Jabai, and Liana, and yeah, it was like whatever. It was nothing. All I need is just, I don't have any resource though. I mean, they work, like for real, by the way. They were great. Fantastic even. You know what's funny though? Nicole is the first support that is my field unit because she immediately requires skill and ult every single time. Immediately requires them. Like normally I would like keep, you notice that like I would keep Varka. Like you keep Varka on field. But yeah, she just like requires all of that. And I know one thing I don't need. That's more energy. Like 243 energy. Like probably the easiest character to build in this game. I would say. Like if you've been playing long enough, you probably have a lot of these like attack things. You probably have like a golden piece with like attack, like crazy amount of energy and all of that. So I mean we're not like perfect, but works on my PC. This one I actually had to, I believe, I reshape this one. There's this one too. It's good enough. So we are good. I know that some people have like 4K flat, but I think you only need like what, 3.3K, 3.5 or something like that. Where is it again? Alright, well, whatever. We just need to finish off these skills though. And that's it. And we are good, good. Anyways, I was gonna play Aether Gazer, but I have to go out, unfortunately. But I will be back tomorrow, that I can promise. So we're not gonna really actually get to do anything more today, because I gotta get up and take care of some unexpected things. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. For real this time. I normally say it, but for real. And then I get too tired tomorrow, and then like, yeah. But I will be back tomorrow, and we will do more story here, but mostly do some Aether Gazer stuff. Yeah, so anyways, have fun. Bye.